Hi everyone. Thank you for joining our Lao learning sessions. We really appreciate you being a part of this Lao learning process with us, and we hope that these videos are going to be very helpful for you in learning Lao. This video is going to just cover some very brief facts about the Lao language and things to keep in mind as you're learning Lao. Just like in English, when you go from place to place, you will find that different regional areas pronounce things a little bit differently. So the same thing is true in Lao, and it starts with maybe the pronunciation of the letters and the vowels, particularly the consonants. From time to time you'll hear the different consonants pronounced different ways. Depending on the app or the video that you're watching, the app that you're using on your device. But what we're going to try to do is try to establish a basic pronunciation using various references, whether it's friends in the North group that are helping us along, or whether it's a video reference or something. We'll also try to indicate the reference on the pronunciation as we get from letter to letter or vowel to vowel. So just be mindful that there are regional pronunciations, and we'll try to stick with one pronunciation that is pretty widely accepted among people in the Lao community. Another thing is that there are sounds in Lao that are not common in English. So you're going to find maybe certain sounds might be a little challenging to your throat or to your tongue, but just try your best, and we will spend a little time practicing some of the unfamiliar sounds. Some of them you may have to make a visual or mental association with how to make those sounds. And so we'll try to provide some very friendly associations that you can remember how to pronounce either a consonant or a vowel. The other thing is that the Lao language is a tonal language. We're not going to really focus on tones right now, but down the line we will get into some tones and how to pronounce those tones. Whether your voice goes up, goes down, stays kind of in the middle. Okay, there are, I guess, 5 or 6 different tones that you'll learn eventually. But that's more after we learn how to read the consonants and the vowels. So we're not really going to focus on that now. But you will hear certain words and they're pronounced a certain way. So try to listen very carefully as someone may be speaking loud to you, or you may hear certain things in a video. If they're saying a particular word, the way that you hear them say that word is the way that you should learn how to pronounce that word. Okay? So, like for instance, you may hear the word ball, and you may notice it sounds like a question, ball, but then from time to time you may hear it pronounced as ball. So those two things may mean something totally different. So if you hear them say ball, then you pronounce it ball. Or if you hear them say ball, then you pronounce it ball. Okay? So practice saying what you hear, because later on it may indicate that there's some tonal difference, and those words may mean something totally different. Okay? The other thing is that they reuse sounds and they reuse words a lot. So you may hear the same word in one sentence, but it means something different in another sentence, but it's the same word that you heard. And again, the tone may be a little different, and that's maybe what's making it different. The other thing is that in learning the letters, some of the letters are going to have what sounds like an identical sound. So really our focus is just learning the sound, the basic sound, and then eventually you will learn the difference in several letters that sound like they are the same, but there's certain very small nuances that make them a little bit different. And we'll try to point those out to you as we go along as well, okay? That also will help you in learning Lao, the letters and the vowels, because especially with the consonants, since several letters have the same sound, then you don't have to learn so many different sounds, okay? And again, we'll point that out as we go along. Finally, please make phonetic notes for yourself as you're learning maybe the names of the letters or the different sounds of the letters. Make notes that you can read in English phonetics for yourself so that you can remember how to pronounce it. But the caution is not to become dependent on your phonetic notes, okay? Because you really want to learn how to read the Lao script. So try your best not to lean too heavily on your phonetic notes, but use them as an aid as you're getting to know the letters and the vowels, and then eventually we're going to try to drop using phonetics, okay? But in the beginning, phonetics are very helpful, so it may be a note to remember how to pronounce something, or it may be a note on remembering the difference between several letters that may look very, very similar, okay? And that's all we're going to cover in this video for notes on the Lao language. So thank you for listening to this video, and we'll see you in the next video.